Hey, how's everybody doing? You know, with all of the talk and celebration of Peggy Whitson's accomplishment of 666 days in space, wow, what a number, huh? I've always admired astronauts. You know, as a young kid, I kind of wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to do something that was related to space travel, you know, aerospace, engineering, science, whatever, what have you, right? I was always intrigued and admired those folks and thought, wow, they have great courage to do what they do. But recently, in, you know, viewing some of the offerings that we've had from NASA and its coverage and interviews from the ISS, I've kind of changed my way. And actually, I have 3 questions that I would love to ask the folks on the ISS so that I could be reaffirmed in what, you know, I felt and what I believed and what I held, the opinions that I held about scientists or astronauts, right? And here's my first question that I would love to ask, okay? Do you guys have a prop room on the ISS? Now, I only ask that because most of the interviews that I see and segments that I see from the ISS, they have some very interesting items that they bring out. Things that I would never imagine would be approved to go up to the International Space Station. Examples. Want an example? I've got a lot of them. I've seen a dude play with a yo-yo. I saw a dude play with balloons. I've seen a dude with an inflatable beach-sized ball, you know, of the globe. I've seen a guy talk with a doll. I saw another dude with a bunch of stuffed animals. I saw another guy play with Angry Birds, like little stuffed Angry Birds, and shoot them around with a slingshot apparatus. I've seen musical instruments. A woman play a clarinet. I saw a dude play guitar. He even did a duet with the dude from Bare Naked Ladies. Oh, I saw a guy play the bagpipes. That was awesome. But the most probably ridiculous item I've ever seen on the ISS was a gorilla outfit. Saw a dude chase somebody through a corridor of the ISS wearing a gorilla suit. So, yeah, I'm wondering, like, is there anything that they will not allow up on the ISS? I mean, that prop room's got to take up a pretty big amount of space up there because they'll damn near bring anything up. You know what I think the next segment they do? They should take phone calls and have viewers call in and ask if they, you know, play a game of, is it on the ISS? And then they could just present wacky items and see if they have it. And I'll bet dollars to donuts that most of the items that are called out, they actually have up there. Here, like, we go to our first caller. It's Phil from Arkansas. Phil, what's your question?
Yeah, do you guys have a kazoo up there?
Got one. They start playing a song with their ass. We go to our second caller. It's Mary from New York. Mary, what's your item?
Yeah, I was wondering, do you guys have a rubber chicken?
Got one. Let's go to our third and final caller. What's your item, caller? I was wondering if you guys got a leprechaun dildo. Got one. They have it all. They have it all up there. Just ask them, because it's all been on there. Don't believe me? Oh, look at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 51. Going into the Super Bowl, we go up for an interview with Peggy Whitson and Shane, whatever the hell his name is. Oh, look, they're wearing NFL jerseys. She happens to be wearing the exact away jersey for the New England Patriots, and Shane seems to be supporting the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, that's all interesting and stuff. Let's look at the logistics of that. When did you guys get that shipped up there? Oh, looks like the charters that delivered material up to the ISS, you can look that up. The last possible shipment was made December 9th. Wow, let's go to the standings. Looks like there were 24, 25 teams that were still in the hunt. Is NASA, in addition to conquering space and engineering, are they also awesome prognosticators of football outcomes that they knew which jerseys to bring up? No, you know what the answer is? We brought them all up, all 32. Sure you did. Why wouldn't you? Look up how much it costs to ship material up to the ISS. Depending upon the payload of the flight and the logistics of the object, it's between $2,000 and $40,000. So wow, NASA's marketing team, and yes, they must have a marketing department, in their infinite wisdom, decided that it was well worth the expense to ship all the items up there so that they could do a handful of segments with Tony Saragusa. Now, I've also seen an interview with someone from the International Space Station who claimed that clothing is at a premium, and they get like one shirt per month. So we shipped up almost 3 years' worth of shirts for a 15-minute segment? Okay, I'll buy that. Here's my second question, right? Here's my second question. Why do you guys keep playing with water up there? Don't believe me? Go and type in ISS and water globules, or playing with water. There is no place, no time, no situation that these people will not bust out water globules and play with them. Whether they inflate them up and paddle them around, whether they take a syringe and inject them with color dye, whether they slip inside an Alka-Seltzer tablet. I mean, I'm waiting for them to pull out the water bomb because I'm wondering where they're getting all these ideas from. They'll play with water anywhere, and they're completely mesmerized and gaga over these little plastic packets that look like Capri Suns with a straw coming out and it's got a clip on it, and they slowly unclip the packet, and they make and create a big water globule. And then it floats about the cabin, and then they play with it. Or they float around and eat them up like Pac-Man. Yay, science! On a serious note, has anyone ever looked around in the background and saw all the electronics and cables that are running down the walls of the ISS? Does water not have any conducive properties out in space? Or not? Does anybody think that that could be a threat to their environment? Jacking around with water? I mean, if they short-circuit something, does somebody run in the basement and go to the breaker panel? You know, in addition to the ISS being a vehicle and their home, you know what else it is? It's a life support system. It's keeping them alive. It's removing carbon dioxide. It's replenishing the oxygen that they have. It's maintaining the temperature because as they're orbiting the Earth at 17,000 plus miles an hour, they're going from temperatures of minus 250 degrees Celsius to plus 250 degrees Celsius. Hot, cold, every 2 hours, all day, every day. That ship is also replenishing the water that they drink, that they need to drink for nutrients to stay hydrated, not play with. And you know what? The only person who's got a better sense of humor about this than me is who's ever maintaining that ship's manifest. They'll let them do whatever they want with water, play with it anywhere, and bring anything up that they want. All in the name of science, right? Here's my third and final question. You know that new Super Ultra HD camera that you guys got up there? Can you guys take it off its super awesome NASA-approved hinge system, mounting system, that only shows us an image from a fixed position, and take it off the mount, and then stick it either crazy glue it to your forehead or your chest with the lens pointing outward, and I want you to go and do a spacewalk. Yeah, that's right, a spacewalk, not a moonwalk, because we don't go to the moon anymore. It's been since 1972. We don't need to go back there. We saw everything. So go and do the moonwalk left with Michael Jackson. So go outside, do your spacewalk, and I want you to go really slow into a 360 away from the craft. And I want to show me the sun, the moon if you can, different galaxies, quasars, quaaludes, everything. I want to see the big, vast expansiveness, vacuum of space. I want to see how small and insignificant we are. Show it to me. You've told us that we're just nothing but a grain of sand on a huge beach. We're insignificant. Show it to me. I want to see it. Can you do that? Oh, here's the other thing you can do with that camera. Can you film a satellite? You know, I saw this article in Popular Science, and they talk about all of the satellites, over 4,000 of them, and space junk that is in the Earth's orbit. They have a picture that represents all these dots. It looks like the Earth is chicken pox. There's dots and shit all over the place. Well, then certainly you should be able to film a satellite or space junk. Same article claims that the ISS sometimes has to maneuver to get out of the way of space junk material. Really? Show it to me. I'd like to see that at 17,000 miles an hour. So, haven't you ever heard this?
We got satellites that can focus in on a dime and tell whether it's heads or tails from space.
Oh, but we don't have the technology or a camera on one of these satellites that can shoot another satellite next to it? Or we don't have a camera on the ISS that can film a satellite? And then there's an article on there that says, oh, but you would think that we can film all this stuff, but we can't. Even with the Hubble or the EPIC system that we have, which filmed the dark side of the moon passing the Earth from 1 million miles away, it can only focus in on items that are at least 8 kilometers in length. Wah, wah. Space junk and satellites are too small. Oh, and then the other cameras that are on other satellites, well, because of their proximity, they can't focus in on them either. Or some other bullshit excuse. Really? And so this is what their solution was. If you want to see a satellite or space junk,
here's what you can do. Go outside at night on a clear night, stare up into the sky, into an area where there isn't a lot of light pollution, and stare there long enough until your eyes adjust. And if you see little pinpricks of light zoom by, that's satellites or space junk. Yeah, and here's my solution. If you take a couple of hits from the bong, you can stare back up there, and you're going to see Captain James T. Kirk on the SS Enterprise stare back at you and wave, with Spock and McCoy in the background. Are you kidding me? How primitive am I supposed to go? Should I step outside in my backyard wearing a loincloth and lace a phone through my nose, too? I got to use my eye to see a satellite or space junk? That's bullshit. So we have all this awesome technology. We can see the face of a dime. But I got to use my eyes to see a satellite. Blow it out your ass. Do you know when you're being lied to? And then all of these ISS nassholes. Oh, when we pass over Africa, the violets and the reds and the peach colors are simply amazing. Wow, really? Show it to me. Do you guys got a window up there or something? That's like going over to your neighbor's house, right? And then, oh, Bob and I just finished the basement, and it's beautiful. We got a pool table down there, a gaming room. Bob has a new study and den, and I have a workout center. And then they never take you down there? But they keep inviting you back and talking about their basement. Are you less likely to believe them over time? I mean, it's one or the other, right? Back some of this shit up. Look, my ego isn't bigger than the truth. If I'm wrong about my skepticism, I'll gladly be wrong. Show it to me. I don't need to be an astrophysicist to realize that these things don't add up. I don't need to be Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? This is a guy who will tell you that the Earth is an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. And it's a little bit chubbier on the south side of the equator. It's kind of pear-shaped. Chubby is a good word. Wow, really? Hey, Neil, do you have any images from NASA that show the Earth represented as a pear? Because I'd like to see it. Please distribute it. I'm open. I want to learn. Is that what $19 billion of budget gets us from NASA? Because, I mean, if so, I want it. I might be able to come up with some stories, too. Hey, everybody, take care. Have a great day. Stay safe. God bless. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for them stars.